Oh, hey Reese, what's going on today? Hi, how you going? It is, of course, me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME and Company. Say it with me. Come on, say it with me. perpelFLAME. That's right, let's do it again. I hope you're all doing. Well, I don't know what that was. I hope you're all doing fabulous and well. It is very early in the morning. I'm not sure if you all know this, but I do a lot of these videos very, very, very early in the morning. Either very late at night, very early in the morning, and so often this is the product of what you will see. Sometimes I do them during the day as well, but not often. I'm often doing other work. And that's the topic I want to talk to you all about today is I am not just a psychic, guys. Don't know if you know this about me. Yes. So let's get into today's video. And while we're doing this, you know what? I'm gonna break every rule in the sun, under the sun, and I'm having a cigarette. Alright? I'm gonna have a cigarette. Do any of you have a problem with that? Right? My body, my choice. Right? I don't want to hear any whinging. I don't want to hear any downwards thumbs votes. Because guess what? I don't tell you how to live your life, do I? Actually, Reese, that's a bold-faced lie. I do tell people how to live their lives all the time. No, I don't. I give people advice, and people can choose to take that or not, right? It's a joke. It's a joke. Calm down. Alrighty, bro. So, where we're going to start with this? So, let's start when I was a child. Let's start when I was quite young, right? Because what I'm finding is at the moment is if I don't put things on record, if I don't speak publicly about some of my personal experiences, then I find that they get lost in the abyss. And most recently, I've actually found that people have been taking my story and making it into their own. And I've found this in a number of different ways. So it'd be really cool to be able to share my story with you all as my story. I was born. Should I tell you when I was born? No, I'm not going to tell you when I was born. But I was born a while ago. Well, you can figure it out. I've already told you I'm 32. So 1992, guys. 1992. Who cares? Who cares? So I was born in 1992. So yes, this may come as a bit of a shock to some people because I've had all sorts of characterizations of my age based off of what people believe is socially, based on what my skill sets and my abilities. People go, oh, you can't be that old, or you can't be that young, or I get it both ways, right? And quite frankly, my age has nothing to do with anything. Neither does yours, right? I've met some of the most wise 5-year-old children, and I've met some of the dumbest 80-year-old people. Let's be honest. Everyone has, I'm sure, at one stage or another. So when I was a child, I remember, this is a really, interesting thing, I guess I look back on often, yeah. I look back on this as much as I possibly can because it fascinates me, and of course I'm well on the way to, experiencing this in my world. So, but I remember being asked by so many different people when I was a kid, what do you want to be when you're older? What do you want to do? And this is a common question that gets chucked around, isn't it, guys? And I would always respond to people, I know what I want to do when I get older. I'm going to know everything. I want to learn everything, right? And I think the answer slightly changed as I was getting older into I want to learn everything from I want to know everything. And I also am going to be a millionaire. Not I want to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire. So within me, there's always been this entrepreneurial spirit. And that I remember giving that answer as a 4-year-old. Yeah, I can remember giving that answer to my great uncle Albie. I have a very vivid. Are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong? What's wrong? Sorry, guys, my dog was heaving. Could you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. He's fine. He's fine. He's just over there. I was just checking in on him. He was going. All right, bro, calm down. He's fine. I love leaving these little bits in these videos, guys. If you don't like them, switch off. But I like leaving these things in these videos. This is what my life really looks like. This is a realized reality version of my life. So I don't like overproducing things. I try and leave things in often, and anyways, you get the gist. But I remember my great uncle Albie. So this is my great uncle Albie, because it was my great aunt's uncle. Yes, my great aunt's uncle. So my great uncle, and he used to say to me, "Oh, what do you want to be when you're older, Reese?" And I remember vividly. He lived at the Rocks in Sydney, and I would often say to him, "I'm gonna know everything, and I'm gonna be a millionaire." Yeah, so always this entrepreneurial spirit. I know I just said that, but just rehashing after the incident. So this has always been within me. As I got older and older, I went through the education system, and honestly, primary school was fabulous for me. I wore these rose-colored glasses, not literally, metaphorically, and I really didn't pay attention to a lot of the bullying that I received. You're like, bullying? Did you get bullied? Guys, I was huge. I was a big ball, I was, but I always loved my peers, and I always loved, despite the bullying, I used to just kind of, feed it back to them in certain ways. And I always just remember connecting with so many different grades, so many different people. There was never one box I fit into, yeah. Never, ever has there ever been one box that I fit into. Whether it was in primary school, whether it was in high school, to which I left very early. I left in year 9, everybody. Yes, I did. I didn't finish school, guys. I didn't go to university. I didn't go to TAFE. I didn't go to any additional educational programs. I left. And I left because of my experiences, but we'll keep that for another video, yeah? So, after I left school, the first thing I wanted to do was make money. I remember the options I got given was go to school and make money. And I was like, hard pick. So I went into the workforce, and I started my working career, I guess you could say, because I'd already been working from a very young age. I used to do things like paper runs, anything to earn a buck, right? Like I said, entrepreneur. So, started at McDonald's at the age of 14, and I was so excited, oh my gosh, to get that job. 14, and I remember I had to get permission from my mum. I had to get a little note signed so that I took it to my interview with me, and they're like, does your mum give... I don't know why the law was like this, how pathetic, but if you had permission to... I remember this so vividly. If you had permission from your parents, you could actually start at the age of 14 instead of 14 and 9 months. But if you didn't have permission, you had to wait until 14 and 9 months. Can someone explain the logic? I don't get it now, looking back on it, but at the time it made sense. Anyways, yeah, I loved it. Oh my gosh. And many people who know me these days know that McDonald's was actually one of my favorite jobs, and still is. The familial environment there, my co-workers, and I've ended up working at a lot of McDonald's stores here in Western Sydney, to the point where I do have too much of a familiarity with the layouts of stores, or who works there, who doesn't work there, who owns stores. And I'm very proud to say, actually, I only found this out by accident, guys, but one day I was booked for readings by some fabulous people here in Western Sydney, and if they're watching, hello, hope you're well. And anyways, I get this reading booking one day, and I was just very curious, how did they come to my midst, right? So I said to them, how did you find me? How did you... And they said, oh, you worked with our daughter. And I went, oh, where? McDonald's. You trained her. Oh, did I? Really? Oh, cool. Where does she work? What store does she work at? Oh, she works in head office now. And apparently, don't quote me, but they said something along the lines of, I was one of the people that she respected a lot. or she, liked my training, or I can't remember the exact phraseology that they gave me at the time. This was a few years ago now, but they insinuated that I was one of her, in quote marks, favorite people to work with, or favorite people to train her, or she just enjoyed my presence at work or something. And that really made me really look back on, did I really have this much of an impact on people when I was working with them or training with them? Or because I just loved doing my job, to be quite honest with you. I just loved it. We used to have these little handheld order taker machines. It was like a little, honestly, it was like a little PDA, right? And you'd be like, hi, what would you like? And because I used to work in like shopping centre McDonald's, outside McDonald's, the ones standalone stores. I've worked at so many different variations, railway McDonald's, bloody this type of McDonald's, that type of McDonald's. My area coordinator actually used to drive me around and just get me to fill shifts. I've worked on Christmas Day, I've worked on New Year's Eve, I've worked New Year's Day, I've worked Christmas Day. Did I say that? Or did I say Christmas Eve? I literally worked on all the times where you're like, ew. I've done that at McDonald's. In fact, if you want to know what the largest order I've ever received at McDonald's is, I should do a video on McDonald's alone, hey, shouldn't I? But the largest order we got on a Christmas Day was, I think it was like 90 servings of hotcakes. Can anyone else? 90. There's 3 hotcakes in a packet, times 90. Anywho, so I've always had this entrepreneurial spirit. After McDonald's, and it's really funny, I actually, at McDonald's, ended up settling at a standalone store, which was a franchise-run store. Well, it was what's called McCopco, which is owned by the corporation of McDonald's, and then it got bought by a franchisee, a very famous franchisee, actually. And at this store was where I actually went on to receive an award from the only female CEO of McDonald's Australia. Wow. That was fun. Do it again, Reese. So, I've always loved doing work. I've always loved trying different things. I've always loved being a part of a community. Work is the forefront of my mind all the time, even to this day. If anyone knows me, they know how much of a hardworking bitch I am, and that I work 7 days a week. And I've even had people get angry at me for saying that out loud before, because they're like, that's not a flex. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I was flexing by telling you that I work 7 days a week. Sorry guys, I need to find a tissue or something. I'm just gonna pause this video for a moment, 1 moment. So, sorry about that. I had to go and wash my hands. McDonald's, huge part of my life in many different ways. They taught me so many different skills, I moved on in different ways to the corporate world and started moving into things like telemarketing. I know everyone's like, corporate, that's not corporate. Yes, I know, I moved on. Even my telemarketing job, I excelled. I got to go overseas. Thank you very much, Westpac. High flyer. If you ever see me wearing a shirt and it says High Flyers on it, I often will wear that shirt. I think I wore it in another video recently, but I often wear that shirt because that's where I got it, from High Flyers. I won a trip overseas to New Caledonia, and that was for whatever it was for at the time. That was from working at this place, and I think there was a competition. They were giving away a ticket, yada yada yada. I won the ticket. By the way, some other guy, if he ever sees this video, he'll be so dirty. This other guy called Ben got a tattoo on his wrist because he thought that was going to win him the ticket. And I was like, ew, that's so cringe. And I remember the Westpac clients coming in, and everyone, because they used to come in every Friday and do drinks with our bosses. And I will never forget, they were horrified to find out that he got a tattoo, because I think they knew that he wasn't getting the ticket. I was. So, and I will never forget the moment I found out when they were inviting me and I got the ticket. Again, I'm not not used to being an excellent worker, let's just say. And I know that may seem like cocky or, up myself, but guys, the record shows. Like, I literally have a folder, not that I'm going to show you, but it's right there. Don't ask me why I have it out. I'm moving houses. Should be obvious. But I've got a folder right there. In fact, let me get it. I know I said I wasn't going to show you, but let's have a flick, shall we? Here we go. Here's an award. Here's another award. Here's another award. In recognition of customer and partner advocacy. In recognition of customer and partner advocacy. Reese received a compliment for blah, blah, blah. Other party stated he was very pleased. The other party, guys. This wasn't even a customer of my company. This was somebody that I was just dealing with. OP. And he gave me a compliment. OP stated that he was very pleased and thankful for the wonderful customer service he received from the company I work for. Other party did mention he had to wait a while to speak to someone, but when he spoke with the consultant, it no longer bothered him. I know how to smooth over any shit situation, guys. Just about, anyway. Here's another one. For your assistance, commitment, and dedication to bringing Thank You Day to life. I also got accolades from the CEO of Australia, one of Australia's largest, if not Australia's largest insurance company. What's this one? Reese is a strong team member, shows involvement in all activities, very generous, with a vibrant personality. Thanks, P. That's my old manager. Thanks, P. My Thank You Day poster that I designed. Look at that. Look at that. I designed that on paint. And I took it to work, and there was this guy, there was his manager. So embarrassing for him. But anyways, he literally tried to steal credit for something I made on paint. So if he ever sees this, how embarrassing for you. But look, guys, the point is, hang on, where's the other ones? What else is there? Here's this is one of my original compliments from guys, look at this. I can't believe this is in there. I'm going to read this to you, but look. Psychic Readings by Reese O'Leary. This is my original psychic page. See, we'd segue eventually, right? But I'm going to read this. This is from someone who, look, I don't speak to this person often, but we do connect every so often now. When did I meet you? There's no date on this. This is, honestly, guys, this has got to be a good 10 years ago, at least. So I met this person when I was going on cruises, cruise liners. Has anyone been on a cruise liner? And I was, look, long story short, I managed to make friends with the entertainment director, all right, of one of the P&O boats. Oh, they hate it when you call it a boat. Don't call it a boat. So I'm going to read you. This is the entertainment director of P&O Cruises, right? In this job, you can imagine I meet really amazing people every day. A few cruises ago, I met this man, Reese O'Leary. I've never been so knocked out by spoken words about me, apart from my father, because he's awesome. God, I love you, Z. This is not a push or a sales pitch. You know that's not what I do anyway, but I feel it's my duty to pass this on. Pay it forward, so to speak. If it's your thing, check out his page. Right, because Zoltina was very, and still is, very, choose your own adventure. As in, like, you choose, love that. But that meant a lot to me, henceforth why I screenshotted it and kept it all these years, because a cruise director, guys, a cruising director, I've had a very colourful career in many different ways, shapes or forms that have led me down this rabbit hole to where I am today. And I've seen some really vast jobs over the years, and I've met some fantastic people. I've worked with even more incredible people along the way. I've worked with some arseholes too, I'm sure we all have. But what's the point of this video, Race? Well, the point is that's right. When the ADHD kicks in. The point of this video is to share with you, I am not just a psychic. Okay, it is a common misconception. And yes, I just showed you a thing that said psychic race, right? But These days, you could put me into about 1,000 different boxes. I am very fortunate to have gone on to study myself, right? And this is off of my own back. I just want to make that very, very abundantly clear, because I don't believe in a traditional system. I don't believe in traditional systems based on my own experiences. I go about things my own way. That's fine. We get to the same result in the end, don't we? And I've challenged many, many people and won. So that's how I know that, yep, that's fine. Non-traditional systems work for some people. So I love studying these days in my spare time when I have the opportunity, or when it's relevant as well. Sometimes things come up that I need to know about. So that's how I learn a lot of this stuff. In theology, theosophy, psychology. Oh, psychology's a fun one, guys. I love diagnosing people with my Diagnostic Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders, version 5. Really fun thing to do, to walk around in public and go, ooh, you're a bit crazy. I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a joke, everybody. So, sociology. Oh my gosh, I love sociology. I love people. I love understanding how they work. I love the mechanics of people. We are such incredible beings, guys, and I can't stress that enough to people. And again, a really important factor of what makes me me, yeah, and why I am able to give the type of readings I am able to give to people, because as I'm really open about with people, you're not just always getting intuition or spirits, right, or you're getting my lived experience rolled into one. Not just that, the amount of traumas that I've faced in my life and things that I've seen. I've seen things that most people don't see in their life once, and I've seen it sometimes multiple times. So there are so many things that make me me, yeah. And I just need to, I guess, put it out there to you all. I am not just a psychic, guys. I'm not a medium. Well, I am, but I'm not just a medium, sorry. I'm not just a witch, you know, being a witch is kind of like you being a Catholic, or you being a Muslim, or you being Buddhist, or whatever it might be. It is my faith, it is my belief, it is my understanding. And just as an FYI to everyone, it is the oldest religion in the world. Fight me on that, and I'll win. Because it is, you know, nature is the oldest thing on this planet. So that's where my religion comes from, nature. And what else? These days I can do a bit of website development. Am I the best at website development? Do I do my best? I love editing. I love videography. You know, you guys watch the product of my video edits all the time now. You guys see the product of my... It's taken a lot, guys. I love film and television. I love radio. Oh my gosh, I love doing everything. And sometimes it stresses me out, yes, because it's like, how the fuck do you get it all done? How do you just... do you get what I mean? You can't always do everything, and I understand that, but you can try. And try I do, guys. Try I do. So this is why you are seeing the perpelFLAME company that you are seeing today, right? This is why you are seeing all these different branches and arms and the things that you are seeing today. I am not just a psychic, right? I am the psychic, or the medium, or the witch, or the tohunga, or the witch doctor. I am everything. And I always will be. And I will only continue to strengthen and grow who and what I am every single day of my life. I could be a gardener when I want to be. God, I had to be a doctor and a bloody first aid medic the other day. I can be the insurance consultant. I can be a private investigator. I've done investigations, guys. I've done recoveries and settlements. I've worked in the financial industry where I've seen superannuation, banking, front end, back end, upside down end. I always love upskilling. So that's all I've spent my life doing.
It's 5 o'clock.
I'm going to fight this computer one day. interrupting my videos. Now you know when I'm filming this. See, that's why I don't like that. But the computer always just likes to show me up. Anywho, the point is I've had a very colourful life, guys, and my life is still going to grow to be even more colourful. I know that. I mean, these days, again, it's taken a lot of my time is often with spirit, and that's the way I choose to live, because I'm very fortunate. I don't know. I can't express enough how much I love life, how much I love living, how much I love learning, how much I love the world, how much I love people. Yeah, it actually does make me emotional, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we live in a very special place. I just wish everyone else would realise that too, yeah. So, there is so much to be done. There is so much to be seen in the world. Don't box people in. There's a reason why the majority of psychics love getting a reading from me. And these are famous psychics, guys. These are psychics that you see out there in the community that you look up to. They often come to me because there's not many people. Oh, contracts and law. And not just LAW law, guys. I also understand legislation and legal. I'm also proficient in contract reading, understanding. I can translate things. Sometimes I'm like, where does it all go? Where does it all fit? I surprise myself often enough. But I'm at that stage of life now, guys, where my phone rings sometimes 45 times a day. Sometimes I'm off calling 45 times a day too, don't get me wrong, but my phone often rings so much, and it's spent usually talking with people and trying to come up with solutions or advice, and I'm really fortunate that I've now got a crew of people around me, a very tight-knit crew that try not to take advantage of my skill sets and abilities, because that does rub me the wrong way when people, come in and try and just take advantage. Because I have had a lot of that over the years. Yeah, I don't know what more to say to you on this topic, except for don't box me into one category. I will always be a leader. I will always be doing my own thing, pushing forward on a path that people don't understand. I will always be combining skill sets, mindsets and mentalities. I will always thrive, no matter what anyone does to me, what anyone says to me, what anyone says about me. I will always thrive. So I don't think I've ever told you all of that, or anyone watching this. And God, I'm sure there's going to be so many people that I worked with that will see this and be like, oh, that idiot. I don't know. I don't know what people's opinions of me are, and it's none of my business, so I don't really care. But what I do know is that if I've worked with you, thank you for working alongside me as a colleague, as a friend in many cases. I've loved every single job that I've participated in. Looking back, anyway, at the time I didn't always love them, but looking back, I've loved them, and I do love them, and I'm just so grateful. Yeah, I can't express enough. Like, I'm 32 years old, and here I sit on my throne. No, I'm kidding. Calm down. Getting angry with me and my video. How dare you? Excuse me. I would love to get into voiceover work if anyone's watching. Voiceover work? Anyone? Can you see me on radio? Well, you can't, because you can't see people on radio. But can you imagine listening to me on radio? I love trying everything, guys. I love doing everything. You can chuck a task at me and I will do my best to exemplify what I believe, or how I believe that task should be done. You don't need a certificate. You don't need a title. In most cases, you do. Yeah. And I'm not trying to talk myself up. I'm not trying to be cocky. But you go and talk to all the people in my life that have seen me perform the way I perform. Yeah, in any which way. So, anywho, I'm not gonna keep listing off my resume. Don't worry, I'm not looking for a job. Um, what I am trying to do is show you that anything's possible, guys. You can do anything. You can be anything. Do what you wanna do. Be what you wanna be. Yeah. It's really not the time for me to be singing. Anyways, listen here, Lindas and Lintons and whoever else's. Point, aim, click, right? When you want to do something in this world, focus your attention and energy on it. Absorb everything you can about that thing, right? And do your absolute 150% best to exemplify what you believe excellence looks like in that area. And you will absolutely thrive as well. You can do anything you set your mind to. And if anybody's going to prove that to anyone, it's me. I'm not done yet, guys. Nowhere near done. Are you kidding me? I've barely started at all. But I just thought this would be a really cool video for me to do and for me to look back on later. And, you know, it's nice. It's nice to sit here and reminisce, look back on these things, look forward, and then come back to right now and go, yep, cool, let's do it. Yeah. So I hope this video's inspired you. It's not supposed to be like me listing off a whole bunch of shit in my life. It was designed with a purpose and a point. Don't box me into anything, because I'm everything. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally. She was onto something. And also, just try. Yeah. Just put one foot in front of the other and try. Give it a go. Give it a go. You're not always going to be successful. If anyone's proven that, I've also proven that. How to do things 10,000 times the wrong way. But you can always try. Yeah. You can always try. So be inspired, be happy, and try and enjoy everything you do. Yeah. Again, did I enjoy every working day of my life? No. Will anyone? No. Some days you just want to switch off and jump under the blankets and do nothing. But all we can do is try, right? All we can do is try. And follow the path. Follow the path, even when the path isn't clear. My gosh, if you said to me at McDonald's when I was 14, 15, 16 years old, getting compliments for, "Good morning, my name's Reese, welcome to McDonald's drive-thru, what can I get for you today?" And yes, actually that is how I used to talk. And yes, I used to get compliments at head office for it. I should have known back then I was psychic, to be honest, because I used to remember people's orders too well. Even in the insurance world, when I did go into my psychic, whatever you want to call it, abilities, I used to accidentally psychic people over the phone. Some awkward experiences there. But good awkward, but awkward all the same. Like the customer who once asked me, how did you know that I was making peas and corn? Life is wonderful, life is random, and I couldn't be more grateful to be here, and I couldn't be more grateful to have you all here with me. So, brothers and sisters out there, yeah, let's live together, thrive and survive, and do whatever it is that our path takes us on, yeah? And just an FYI, if anyone knocks me off, right? This video should be proof that I never have any intentions of going anywhere. In fact, I am more than certain that I will live to 130 at least. At least. You choose when you die, folks. You choose when you die. There's more than enough evidence of this in the world. And if you don't believe me, fight me in another video. We'll talk about it then. Because this one's running really long. But there was a lot to talk about, so we had to, you know. So, anyways. Have fun. I'll chat to you in the next one. And be inspired. I hope this has inspired you. I really do. Alrighty, boo. Alrighty, boo. You have a good day. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye. Catch us on the flip side.